It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Miraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-commerce Minute, episode 214.
In today's episode, Square buys site builder Weebly for $365 million.
Payment processor Square announced last week that they are acquiring website builder Weebly for $365 million. Weebly is a site building service and is used by individuals and small businesses to create professional-looking websites and online stores easily. The service is similar to Squarespace or WordPress, which offer similar features. The deal includes cash and stock. The deal helps Square reach an international audience since 40% of Weebly customers are out of the US. It also gives Square a big boost into the e-commerce market. Square's intent behind the purchase is to merge Square's hardware and software for payments with Weebly's website hosting, design, and online stores to offer a single solution for starting and running businesses across physical and digital storefronts. A small business can now use Weebly as a one-stop shop for setting up an e-commerce site using the Weebly Site Builder, Square Payment Processing to collect revenue, and use Square Capital for ongoing financial needs. Square will also assist in building Weebly's customer base, which currently boasts 625,000 paying customers and gives Square an additional revenue stream. Square CEO Jack Dorsey said in the press release announcing the acquisition, Square and Weebly share a passion for empowering and celebrating entrepreneurs.
Do you think they're going to rename it to Squarebly?
Squeebly. Or just where?
Squarebly.
Squeebly.
Weebly.
So this makes sense. I think the price for what they want to, for what it sounds like they want to do, it seems kind of cheap, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, you to build it or you do it. It probably made sense to them.
So these like you're right to build it. Well, Yeah, I don't know.
Weebly, technically, Weebly is like, to me, Weebly was always like the GeoCities of sort of what Square.
I was going to say, for my Britney Spears fan page.
Right. It's fine. They probably just grab them from the tech. I mean, Square, it's not only like just for payments, but they're everywhere. Especially in small, barbershops, things like that. That makes sense.
Exactly. So I was going to say is that so Square Weebly fits into the Wix, Squarespace, WordPress.com, the DIY, but not so much DIY because I don't know code website type customer. I think it's a little bit more robust because it has all the payment stuff built in. So even if you use Squarespace, you still gotta add things, and there are people that are not quite that level of savvy, but yet need something more than just a Facebook page.
Yeah, I mean, Squarespace actually has e-commerce platform built into it now. They all do. They kind of all have to. But if you think about it, now they have, Square has the online payment stuff. They'll have internal, so for like a barber, it happens my barber uses one. They'll have the whole thing, right? They'll have Apple Pay, they'll have Android Pay on one, and then they're also online. So that whole channel, sort of for small businesses like that, is all integrated, right? So you have customers, you have the customers in the store, you have customers online. It's all one channel.
So it's more unified, and so you don't have this messy accounting thing of, well, I made some money here, and I made some money here, and I made some money here. It's all through Square, which is great for Square, and it's great for the small business owner who already doesn't have enough time to even, do his normal job, let alone manage books, websites, and other things.
On the other side of it, like they kind of have to, and I hope they're not upcharging for Weebly. They're just going to like include it in their charge, because if you think about credit card stuff inside of Square, is kind of expensive.
What does Weebly charge?
I don't know. I don't think it's a lot, but also I don't know if Square is going to charge that or not. But
so Weebly's cheap for the business plan. It's $25 a month. If you do it. So it's comparable to Squarespace. So if you do a starter Squarespace, it's like $10. If you want e-commerce, I think it goes up to 25. So it's right on par with the other site builders. So their e-commerce built-in has a 0% transaction fee through Weebly, but that doesn't say who you plug into. Yeah, so it's a 0% transaction fee on top of the standard processing fees charged by PayPal, Stripe, Square, etc. So
right. So and then Square is 2.75, or was it per key track? Yeah, so 2.75%, which is fine because it's all in one. But also, I haven't looked into tools in a long time, but you can do a restaurant thing, you can do retail, so you have both. So if you're a small boutique shop, this is like all one.
And I think it's good for, let's look at a different sector, like someone who, okay, I always use the t-shirt guy, the guy selling t-shirts, or the girl who's selling her soaps, to be able to have this all-in-one thing, just to get up and running. So do you think that this is something that's like, okay, I'm going to start with Weebly, then you would graduate to Shopify, or do you think this is robust enough to just stay here? Do you think it competes with Shopify?
No, I think it'd be robust enough to stay there, especially now that, Square has it. There's plenty of stuff that Square does that's good.
So I think the question would be, is the way Weebly would compete against Shopify is because Shopify has all the marketing tools and all the other goodies that they have.
Kind of. So what Shopify has is already everything, right? Mm-hmm. So you're a POS system, your online system, it's already built in. So what Square is doing, that's what Square is actually doing now.
Actually, I'm looking at the Weebly site. They have abandoned cart emails. You can do Facebook ads. There's enough SEO and stats. So this is actually a lot more robust than I realized. Mm-hmm. There's a shipping tool, inventory control, coupons and gift. Wow. I'm actually, because I always thought Weebly was like we had said, it's like, to build your fan pages. It's come a long way. There's a lot here.
Yeah, and Square has been building all their tools and all their hardware for a very long time, so you have a lot of that already done. So they're really going to compete in that world.
This is actually pretty impressive. This is wow. Okay, color me surprised. Weebly looks pretty good. So if you're a small business person or an artist or an entrepreneur or a guy with a cool barbershop that doesn't know what you're doing, I would check out Weebly. It's got all the stuff built in. It's all baked in. It's all baked in goods for you. It's baked in.
Baked in?
It's baked in. It's there. Hey John, it's all there for you.
Hey, John, is it baked in?
I think, you know what? That's what they call baked in. It's part of you're in the ecosystem, the ecosystem.
Oh.
All right, good for Square. Build their e-commerce side of retail.
Good for Weebly, man.
Good for Weebly. All right, it's good for everybody. All right, very good. Anything else?
That's it for today.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. It's got all the stuff built in. It's all baked in. It's all baked in goods for you. It's baked in. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.